you ask yourself, what is God's Word? His Word is in the Bible. I will endeavor to share some of the Bible stories with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to hear is true. I'm a detective. Abramowitz, Joe. Just the facts, ma'am.
I didn't say anything, but I know what happened. Well, you see, there was this town near the Judean hills, and there's a young man who loves to play the harp. Even the ruler, Saul, called on his talents. His music was so soothing. His name is David, and he is the youngest of 8 brothers.
Is this my good side? A little closer.
He has to watch his family's sheep by day, but he finds a way to play his music whenever he can. Anyway, his brothers are preparing to fight in a war. David's father, Jesse, sends him out to take food to his brothers. Well, they make fun of him for being too young to fight in the battle. Then a 9-foot-tall man came to the front line of the opposing army. It was Goliath. Goliath is truly a giant. He starts yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs. Send me someone to fight. But nobody was brave enough to fight him. Amazingly, David, who did not like Goliath intimidating everyone, had courage in this situation. David felt that God was with him. So he decided he would fight this giant. David knew he wasn't strong enough to fight him by himself, but he believed that God would be with him. And as far as Goliath, David asked, who is this uncircumcised Philistine who insults the armies of the living God? Meaning that Goliath has no contract with God, unlike David and his people, who do have a contract, and that is sealed by the act of circumcision. David told the ruler Saul that he would fight. Yes, he said, I'm going to fight Goliath. Then David went into battle in his regular clothes, no suit of armor. That's how much he was convinced that God would protect him. Anyway, David took 5 stones from the riverbed, and he went onto the battlefield and confronted the massive giant. Once Goliath saw David, he was furious. He wanted to fight a mighty warrior. But Goliath did not realize that while David took care of the sheep, he ran into all kinds of difficult situations. I mean, dangerous. He fought off bears and lions because God was helping him while he, David, protected the sheep. David tells Goliath, you can come at me with a sword, but I come at you with the name of the Lord Almighty. David put a stone from the stream in his sling and slung it at Goliath. The stone hit Goliath right in the middle of his forehead. David then took Goliath's sword and he chopped off his head.
So he was found dead in the field.
Goliath's whole army ran off. God's people were saved. Bottom line, God is capable of defeating any of the giants in our life. Fear, depression, financial issues, doubts of faith. Trust Him. You know, we can't trust someone we don't know. So know God through His Word. And this is why I am sharing God's Word with you. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 1 through 54.
Well, we're done for today. I'm leaving.
Please go to the section in the Bible that I listed and read it for yourself.